Alright, back again, Luke here, and as you can see, we've got the Blast City again, and I figured we'd put in this game here. Fantastic game, made by Electronic Arts and Rare. And that game is Battletoads. So, let's pop in a couple of credits here.
Stomping time!
Alright, give this a go. Here you can choose from 3 characters, Zitz, Rash, and Pimple. Each one has a different way of acting or a different, like, move. Well, let's just use Zitz. And our main boss here. Alright. If you have played a lot of the other Battletoads, but you've never played the arcade version, you're in for a huge surprise. And that mainly being that there's a lot of gore, blood, and all sorts of violence in this one. It's just a really bloody, interesting game. It may not look like it at first, but once you get into it, you can do some pretty wild stuff, including chopping heads off of enemies, drilling their faces off, all sorts of great stuff. Like this. The flies in this one are a lot easier to catch compared to the other, like the NES version and the Genesis version or Mega Drive version. But it's just filled with gore and some pretty funny parts as well, like punching guys in the nads. But yeah, you can do some jump kicks, you can do some jump slashes, all sorts of great moves in the game. Like that. But like I had mentioned, the flies in this one are a lot easier to catch. As the stages go on, I mean, it just keeps getting better and better. There are some 3D points in the game where you can see some really good usage of 3D. Not only in the first stage here, but in the later stages. As far as playability goes, I mean, the game is really fun and easy to play. As the game progresses on, there are some cool stages. There's a flying stage, and some of the bosses just look fantastic. Just really well designed. But this is one of those games where you really wish it was ported to a home console. But it wasn't. Maybe eventually it'll be available for download or something like that, but as of right now, this is the best that you can get. This and MAME. Coming up on our first boss here. What's cool about this guy is if you watch his teeth, one of his teeth will actually break as you defeat him. You can watch him come back on screen. One of his teeth will be a little bit lighter, like a lighter gray. And eventually the tooth will break off. You can see it's getting darker gray now. Just got to avoid him when he does his stampede here, and you'll watch him get more and more battered up and bloody as the game progresses. You can see his tooth's missing right there. You can see his tooth's gone, so probably about 1 or 2 more hits here and he'll be toast. There he goes. But in the intermission, it says your corpse count, which is kind of cool. It's a fantastically designed game, and I mean, it's made by Rare. You can hear some of the similar sound effects from Killer Instinct in this as well. And the second boss is pretty awesome. This stage is quite long to get through, but some pretty cool bosses throughout the way. Like this guy's a little mid-pain. Only takes one hit, but he does try to mess you up a bit. These guys I just hate. Just one hit each, but they'll sit there and stomp you to death. This is a kind of cool little mini guy. Just gotta wait for the snow to stop, or the wind to stop blowing, and just crush him like that. Ah, come on. If you miss him, you'll actually have to wait for him to turn into a snowball again, and he'll roll to the other side. But really colorful. The music in here is awesome. Just a great soundtrack. You can pick up guns in this game here and shoot the enemies with them. Let's see if I can get this one here. But gotta love the blood and gore. That's an option that you can see the head just popped off. That's an option that you can change in the dip switch settings. Ah, come on. Kind of getting bruised up here a bit. Let's try Pimple. Pimple! Try and use a few of the different characters here. Some of them, you know, are easy to play. Some of them are a little bit more difficult. What's interesting though is that the enemies, when they die, the color of their corpses changes depending on which character you use. Come on. You can see the color of these corpses is all brown. But it's a totally awesome game, and if you never knew that there was a Battletoads game, this is one that you should definitely give a shot. Ah, come on. Sometimes the enemies will actually pick up the weapon as well, if you don't do it. But, pretty fun stuff. You want to avoid these guys, just kill them off as quick as you can, because you really don't want these guys jumping on your head. Ah, I missed that one. We're getting pretty close to our last boss here, or the end boss. Come on. Come on. Not playing so well, but Love the brutality in the game. It's just fantastic. Head-crushing goodness here. Don't really need the flies this time, but... Come on, where you at? Ah. There we go. Alright, here we're coming up on our snake boss, which is just pretty, I mean, it's pretty cool. You can see the football helmet there for the charge. Touchdown! Here's the boss. This thing is pretty brutal. You just gotta watch out where it bites, and you gotta nail it when it comes at you. But it will bite you and basically eat you. You gotta watch when it opens its mouth. And it does get faster. Ah, you got me. Alright, let's choose Rash this time. Now, if you change the characters like this in-game, you won't get any corpse count at the end. So normally you gotta keep it on the same character, or else you'll lose all your tallied up points. But just to show you some of the different moves that each character has. And there's the boss. Now see the head here, we'll just give it a nice kick. And that's the end of that. So it'll say here, nobody is the dealer of death. Which is kind of interesting. I'll show you guys a little bit more here into stage 3. And then we'll call it a video. This stage is pretty interesting. Last boss takes quite a few hits, but this stage here I feel like it has the most kind of similarities to Killer Instinct with the music if you listen to it. You can see the bodies have changed color again. But yeah, fantastic side-scrolling beat 'em up. This is where you do some ball crunching here. Entertainment for hours here. I'll show you maybe the next part if I can get up to it. There's a couple more of these guys. but you can just punch the package endlessly until the guys are dead. It's just so wrong, but so funny. Sound effects, the music, everything in this game is just wonderful. Really puts you into the game, makes you want to, you know, continue playing it. It's not one of those games where you feel like you want to give up on it. It just always keeps you, you know, keeps your attention, and is really enjoyable. Can hear him ripping one in his chair. It's kind of funny. There's the old battle axe. Take off the head. Here we go. Let's do some more crunching. But yeah, I just want to show you guys a little bit of Battletoads here for the arcade. Wonderful game. Another rare one to find, made by Rare, and an excellent addition to any arcade collection. But yeah, that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching.